Hi. Ooh, good morning. I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. I'm not at home. I'm traveling for work. And yesterday, the driver who picked us up, really nice. We're in the car, and nice young man, and he played some music. He was playing his music, and he said, "Does my music bother you all at all?" We said, "No, it sounds really good." And he had on a country station, and it was a good country station. And over the years, I've had really great drivers. I've learned all kinds of music. I think I was introduced to Adnan Sami by one of the drivers. Great Indian music. I've listened to classical Indian music. I've listened to Sufi music. I've listened to Ukrainian music. Just amazing music. And there's some music that will bother me if the language is, just kind of off-putting or what have you. And it doesn't matter what form it is. I don't want to hear it. But usually people are playing nice listening music. And we had about an hour drive. And so somewhere he said, you all sound like you really like music, because we were humming along and singing along. And so we said, yeah. And he said, oh, well, you might like I sing. And so I said, you do? And he said, yeah, I sang a song that was on YouTube, and it's got 2,000 views. And I was like, okay. So I pulled it up, listened to it, and I was like, ooh, you are good. And he was just sitting in the room singing. And so I said, I know you like country, and you're really good, but have you ever heard of Joe Cocker? And he said, I have heard of Joe Cocker, but I don't really listen to any of his music. So I pulled it up and I played it for him. And I said, you have a bluesy, soulful sound. What would happen if you put those two together? If you put that sound that you have with, so it's a rocker, blues, soul kind of sound, and you marry that to country. And so he was like, ooh, and we were listening to I Get High with a Little Help from My Friends. And then I played You Are So Beautiful, Joe Cocker style. And he was like, ooh, I play the guitar. By the time I pick y'all up tomorrow, I'm going to know that song. And we were like, ooh, yes. And the bond that happened in that little space of an hour. We know about his kids, his wife, where he moved from, his love for Southern food. And we just were open to it. And I think of all the people that I've met over the years, the stories that go deep, and I mean really, really deep. And I think I know a lot from books. I know a whole lot from books. But I know so much more from the people, that just everyday people who I connect with. And what's, to me, even more amazing is when you add those things together. Like Joe Cocker and my driver. That's what belonging is. You being you, me being me, we adding it together and becoming so much more. I love you.